Oh my god.
Look at that.
It's exciting times.
Absolutely epic.
Oh. 3 nights alone, off the grid, in the wilderness, living in my little tiny house right there as a fly is on my finger, of course. The bugs are atrocious so far. The sun is out. Let me flip around. The foliage is absolutely everywhere, so I'm gonna have to mow basically right away. And I just arrived here. This is my car that I arrived in. I rented this one on Turo, not the normal one or the backup that I usually rent. So I actually went with an American car, a 2012 Ford Fiesta. So this thing has no issues thus far that I've seen. But I am going to unload the car. This is where I will be staying. If it's cooler in here, I'm going to be staying there. It's supposed to be very, very hot tomorrow. But I am going to have an adventure. I am going to finally tell some stories about how and why we acquired this property. I'm going to go into my past. I'm going to talk about what I've been doing recently, what I'm doing right now, and then my big epic plans for the future. So if you love this, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing to this channel, and we are about to kick it country style. Apparently it's 29 degrees outside and 22 degrees in here, so that's hotter than I would like, and there's no AC here, so hopefully I don't get too overheated. Alright, first things first. Got this from my buddy Josh. What up, Josh? Gave this to us, so we have a TV up here now, which is sweet. Has a couple HDMI inputs as well. So we got a TV up here now. It's definitely a little bit older, but works solid nonetheless. Works the same. Look at that thing. What a beauty. And let's move this back just a tad and put all the other stuff. Might as well just push this out of the way. Figure out a spot. Maybe, I don't know if I'm going to put it in this bunkie or the other one. We'll see. Figure it out. Alright, got some linens. So, have this blanket. Have this. Got some pillowcases. Sorry about the audio, by the way. I am working on improving the audio. I did get this old microphone that I have, so I can plug that now into my GoPro, but with this microphone, I haven't figured out how to plug in the Rode mic here yet, so bear with me on the audio. I apologize that it's not as good as it should be, but I'm working on it for future videos. I did get some new camera stuff that I'll be using while I'm up here as well, so I am working on improving the AV quality, but it's not going to be perfect, just to manage expectations. Alright. Got a jacket that I'm going to leave up here. My sweatshirt. Let's see, what else do I need at? Alright, so some workout stuff. I found this Easy Bar during the winter, so it's absolutely perfect. So I'm going to be using that for working out up here. You just need to attach some weights on it and you're basically all set. So that's good to go. Let's move this back again. Alright. Got a couple kettlebells. So these are going to stay up here permanently. Got a 25 one and a 20-pound one. So these are going to be staying up here forever. So we'll add those to the gym that I've already started building. All right, what else we got? So I'll bring this. So, got a drill. I'm going to be adding a couple of locks that I brought up last time that were, these locks must be 40 years old, probably not that old, probably like 35 years old, but I'm going to put one on the outhouse, and I'm going to put one on the, whatever it's called, the cabinet that we have for the water system. And then, yeah, I got some tea, random glass. I got, oh yeah, the locks are in here. I got a couple screws that were missing from the gazebo. I have a door stop, and then I have this sandpaper stuff. It's more so grippy tape that I'm going to put on the ladder in the bunkie going up to the loft. So we got that. Got some food here, which I'll show after. I got a fishing net, which is going to stay up here. Got this a year ago. Haven't used it in the city at all, so might as well leave this up here because I'm missing that. All right, what else we got? Got a tripod. Gonna have to bring this back. Paper towel holder. Bring that out after. All right. Now we have this outdoor antenna. I'm gonna see if we can get any signal up here whatsoever. I remember back in the day at our old cottage in Quebec, we were able to get 3 or 4 channels. And one of them, I think 2 of them were in French, but there was, I think, one English-speaking one in Canada, one from the US, and then a couple of French-Canadian ones. So if I can get anything up here, I'd be surprised, and everything works differently with the antenna and digital converter, but we'll see what happens. I got the PS4 as well, which I brought up last time, so I might play some Modern Warfare, which I haven't played in almost 2 years. But we will see what happens with regards to viewing. Got some coffee as well with the tea. And then with regards to food, so I saw these were on clearance at Canadian Tire, and they expire in 2037. So these are going to stay up here in case the world ends. We have chili mac, and we have teriyaki chicken. So yum yum if the world ends. But I'm actually going to be fasting for 3 days. By the way, I have this bike pump as well for the bike that I'm going to leave up here. The measuring part on it is broken, which is why I have another one back in the city that actually works. But I'm actually going to be fasting for 3 days, so I'm just going to be consuming electrolyte mix, aka snake juice, for 3 days, and then breaking the fast on Wednesday. It's currently the early afternoon on Monday, so I've been fasting now for probably, I would say, about 18 hours, something like that. So I'm going to be fasting for 1, 2, 3 days, 72 hours. I'm going to go and then break that fast on Wednesday. So a lot of people are like, hey, you never show any cooking on the channel, so that totally understandable. I'll probably have to clean the barbecue and the other stove that we have, and then head back into town, grab some food because I didn't bring any food. Now, one of the reasons I actually do this is A, it saves space in the car when I'm coming up, so I don't have to pack a cooler with all sorts of food. B, I don't have to have the fridge and freezer on inside, so it saves on electricity. And then C, I don't have to do the dishes after. And then D, obviously, are the health benefits, but just saves me a bunch of time not eating so I can get things done, saves on power, and those are the reasons why I'll be fasting. These are fat grips for working out, so just really gives you a better grip on the bar, harder to lift, and apparently it helps your forearms. I don't know if there's any truth in that, but when I really was into working out in 2013, 14, 15, and 16, I was using those and my forearms were super jacked and veiny. This is part of my fishing gear, which I'll really show afterwards, just the extent of the stuff that I got. But brought one of my bait casting rods. So I don't think I've ever shown really any of my stuff before, but I have many rods in the city. I have a few in the shipping container, but this is a bait casting rod that I got and a reel. I haven't used this once, so I'm actually looking forward to using it. I still have all the plastic on it, so yeah, I haven't used a bait caster, or this bait caster specifically, and I only really started using them a couple of years ago. I'm used to spinning rods, so yeah, I'm gonna try this out, show what I have with regards to the kayak, because that's kind of cool. So for the kayak, I got this life jacket. So I now have a life jacket so I can actually go kayaking up here. And then I have one other thing I'll show later with regards to the kayak that actually helps me get it down to the water, which a couple videos ago I showed is actually not as far as I originally thought, and it's a lot easier just to access it via the road. So have a life jacket up here because I wasn't going to go solo kayaking and fishing without a life jacket. Just wasn't happening, so we got that out of the way. So brought my 410 up here this time. Got some ammo on the way in too. I now have all sorts of different kinds of 410 ammo for this pew, which is nice. Got some number 4 load, which is hard to come by. This stuff, whatever. Brought my helmet. It's really not that much else, but let me just show the rest of all the other stuff that we have going on in here. So, first of all, I brought up these stones that we have in the city. We have a bunch more of these. These are just the most durable ones. There's other ones where the center is actually cut out and hollowed out. So those are in there. We have these wooden deck, I guess they're called like deck flooring, something like that. But we have some of these that our friends gave to us. Have another tripod, have some other tools, drill bits in there. And then yeah, I have my helmet, my toiletries, and then I have, I'm trying to remember what else is in here. Oh yeah, I have some camera equipment in there, some just new stuff that I got. And then in here, we have the third sink. We have sparkling water. We got my rain jacket. We have some spare little wooden blocks in here, some straps, and then I have some board games as well. And then I have a jerry can. I will need to fill that up specifically for a few reasons. So I didn't bring up the mower that's broken up, that's still broken, to fix that. I still need to repair that in the city. I have all the parts that I need. I just need to get gas, and I haven't had a chance to do that yet, so I'll just fill this up with gas and do that on the way back. But I also need to mow, because to put this into perspective, putting this on the ground, this is how high all the grass is getting. So yeah, very obtrusive and not looking the best right now. But that's everything we got going right now. Got the solar panels charging perfectly. Yeah, we're gonna have a great time up here. This is the workout station of Destiny, and I think I showed this last year, but we have some new additions in here. But this is what the I guess what would it be called? A camp screen shelter looks like when it's taken down. So I might put that up. We'll see. I'll probably just use the other nighttime gazebo, as we call it. Is that wasp nest from last year? You have to clean that out. There's this thing. Let's see if I can quickly go up here and see if there's any birdies in there. Are there? Oh, wow. There are 5 eggs in there right now. Crazy. That's exciting times. All right. Now I've almost finished unloading everything. So I put those deck tiles over there. And this is the third sink. It has a base and these old charging cables in case anyone needs a jump start up here. Got some ratchet straps for if I want to put the kayak on the roof of this thing. I don't think I'm going to even try, to be honest. Got a couple of electrical cords, and then yeah, talked about this jerry can. This is my tackle box. Let's go to all my fishing gear. This is how everything looks over here right now. Started putting some stuff away, tidying up already. But now all my fishing gear stuff is pretty much together. Well, some of it's over there, but I mean, I think I have like 3 of these things. I have another bag. Hold on, let me just grab all the other stuff. This just puts everything into perspective a little bit better. So yeah, I got a couple of extra of these smaller, I guess they're containers. I don't know what they're called. Anyways, I had one and I left it up here, had some basic stuff in here, which I used last time to catch a fish. And then this pack, which has some line in it. I think it has a pair of pliers and then some swim baits in there. And then in here I have all my soft plastic stuff that I had back in the city. This will be coming back with me, but I'm going to be doing some fishing up here. And oh man, I have an insane amount of soft plastics. Oh nice, I did bring an extra bait casting reel. Perfect. Okay, so we're good to go there. Probably most excited about these Christie critters. These things are crazy. I can use them with a weight, maybe a Ned rig. Maybe I can do a Texas rig. I can use them as a trailer for my buzz bait or spinner bait or my chatter baits. I have a whole bag of fishing line here. I might right now on my bait caster I have this braided line with a fluorocarbon leader, but I might just go straight to this fluorocarbon. We'll see. Retie. And then here, I mean, I have all sorts of they have all these like Guggen baits at Dollarama for $5 each, and I've just gone nuts the last year getting a bunch of them. They have some Berkeley baits too, so I got a lot of like, these are good quality baits too, to be honest. Right, like, there's this lipless crankbait. We got, what do we got? Bigger crankbait, a football jig. I thought I had a buzz bait. I got this, so I think this is a, what is this, a jerk bait? Yeah, the chatter bait, which is nice. And then, yeah, we got a spinning bait. And then I have my box, which has like all sorts of other stuff. Not much on top, but yeah, we got tons more unopened baits in here. Got some buzz baits. Jeez, I got a bunch of chatter baits, which I've never tried. Oh, I have another pack of those spinner baits. I have the rat, which I think I've only ever thrown once. Oh yeah, I did get this, I forgot. So I have 2 of these. Okay, cool. So I got a bunch of these. I got some top waters. I got some smaller ones if I want to do some smaller stuff. I got weights. Got some, these are probably the better quality jerk baits, I would say, to be honest. Yeah, but this is all my fishing stuff that I currently have, minus the rods and nets and mats that I have back in the city, but I will be doing some fishing, and we are good to go there. And then inside, the thing I wanted to show for the kayak was this thing. By the way, there's all these ants, which I do not like. I don't know how they got in here, but oh my goodness gracious. Oh my god. All right, I'm going to have to figure this out. That's not good. tight seal in here, but apparently not. So this thing is what I wanted to show. It's a transport cart for the kayak. So I can throw the kayak on here, put all my fishing gear in the kayak, walk it down to the water, throw it in, and we're going to be fishing. I open up the outhouse and out slithers down here into the little hole here is, of course, little snake, little gardener snake. Yeah, that would probably scare the average person to death, to be honest. I had that table here before, and so I decided to move it in here. And then I also, so it's back there with this other stuff. And then, so I was going to connect the extension cord up here, and I noticed that the bottom over here randomly is off the base. It was on the stump before. So it looks like the gazebo and even this over here means that like something, I don't know if wind blew it back, but, and then I look over here and there's this massive part of this tree that went down. Like this tree will probably, I don't know if it's fully dead, but I think it's dying. But this piece came off of it, this giant piece. And then it also, I think, knocked down that other birch back there. And then I look over here and there's a little bit of damage on this side. So yeah, something definitely happened. I don't know if it was lightning that did this or if it just died of old age because it's an old tree, but I got a bunch of firewood now, which is awesome. Just took a shower with this thing for the first time. I got this a couple of years ago, still hadn't used it, and honestly it works better than I expected. I took a little bit of work to actually fill it up with water, but apparently you can fit, what, 17 liters of water in, and then all you have to do is open this thing and the water comes out. But I have it hung up on the back of the, I just put up this hook up here. So I put this up here and then just took a quick shower. But then I realized after my shower, whoops, let me just fix this. The mosquitoes are really bad, by the way. I've been doing a few things and they've just been eating me alive. But after my shower, I go to get my clothing that I do not have any clothing. I must have forgot the bag back at home. So I found a couple of pieces of clothes here. So I have this extra large shirt, and there I think is a pair of sweatpants that I found, which are also look like they're large or XL that barely fit me, but yeah, so I found these. So I have these, and then there's a few other things back here, but otherwise I don't really have that many clothes up here, so I may have to go back into town and get some stuff. But at night it's going to be bad, especially, so I'm glad at least I have these track pants and I have a couple of hoodies up here, so I think I should be good to go. Sun is setting and I noticed a problem going inside. Not the door this time, something close to the door. I believe we have another wasp nest potentially happening up here, so I'm gonna have to take care of that tomorrow. Be careful tonight around it and figure out how to get rid of these things. Timmy, buddy, what's going on? Long time no see. Where you going, buddy? You going somewhere? You going? Good old Timmy. The bird's right there in its nest. I put down these old deck tiles, and so this is what it looks like. It looks pretty cool. Nice nighttime aesthetic. And we got the fire going over here. And then I managed to hook up the projector in here. This is what it looks like. And we've got the PS4 going, speaker, MacBook, and the projector, and zero gravity chair. Looks pretty good, I'd say. Honestly, better than I expected. I don't think there's any need to put the screen in anymore either. So it is night number 1 here. And not feeling really hungry, to be honest, which is good. Fast is going very well. Got some little things done, which I'll show more of. One of them was this light that doesn't seem to be working. I actually attached it over here. And then it just goes in this cord up there. And this was really just to test out to see if it works at all, but it was getting a bunch of sunlight. It doesn't seem to be working. I put those 4 patio stones right there. Fire's going. All right, so night number 1 is quickly coming to a close. I really just wanted to talk, I guess, tonight about really why we bought the property and what got everything started with this channel. So growing up, my family had a cottage, more of a chalet in Quebec, right on the border of Vermont. And so my family had to end up selling it when my father got sick when I was 15 years old. So we had this property. My cousins and my uncle actually had one very close by as well. So what ended up happening is my father unfortunately got sick and my family had to sell it, I think when I was either 13 or 14 years old, can't recall the exact age, but we had to sell that property. And after my father passed away, I always told him, hey, I really want to get that property, or before he passed away, I told him that. And what ended up happening is that I never ended up getting that property. It was just too far away. It's honestly an 8-9 hour drive each way. And so a few years ago, I decided with my brother and a friend of ours that we were going to get a property. I've been looking for a while, but then this property just came across the plate, and it was honestly better than anything that I'd ever seen, because I had been looking for a few years and we had visited a few properties, but this thing came along and we're like, okay, this is absolutely perfect. This is exactly what we want. And so when we contacted the realtor, unfortunately, it had already been sold. And then they contact us, I think the day after or a couple of days after, and let us know, hey, that deal fell through. If you guys visit it today, you can probably snatch it up. So we did. We all went there, or went here. And I knew it was going to be great because I started to explore a little bit. And I go into the woods a little bit, and sure enough, I see these frogs. And there was this little cute leopard frog just smiling right up at me. And it reminded me of the old property where we used to have this frog pond. And I would go there with my dad and catch frogs, and it was a whole thing. And that's one of the reasons why I'm actually really into frogs. A lot of people have asked me this. They've seen me posting these AI frog images recently. And yeah, the main reason is that for doing that is just I absolutely love frogs, and it just reminds me again of being a kid. And so when I saw that frog here, it gave me that feeling. It's kind of like in this movie Ratatouille, there's a scene where this critic takes a bite of the rat's food and just goes back to childhood. It's like pure nostalgia, and that's really what it was with me. So when I had that moment, I was like, all right, this is the perfect property. And then so we buy the property, and we order a bunkie kit. So that was bunkie number 1. And so we planned to do that in September. And what ended up happening is it got delayed a little bit, and then it was hard to coordinate us actually coming up here to build everything. And then when we finally did get up, after finishing the bottom of the bunkie, we got this kit and there was some damage to it. So we had to get them to exchange it, which took another week or so. And that was very frustrating. And then finally we just came going into winter, very sketchy. So we do all the base, we put in everything. Doing gazebos was a little bit sketchy. I had to go up there in both cases and it was a whole thing. And then my brother did a lot of the roof. And so it was honestly, with the pitch on that thing, definitely very dangerous, but we did have a harness for doing the roof. So very fortunate to have had that. And so going into winter though, it was just the trips back and forth was a lot. So that first year, man, like going into winter, we didn't think we were going to get the roof done. We just had to get it done. And finally we just kept coming back and forth, and boom, my brother put up the roof. The whole way he had to stand on, I had to stand on a ladder, him standing on my shoulders for him to get up there, just to put in all of these screws in the end was absolutely insane. But I mean, this thing is sick. Looks absolutely beautiful. So glad that we got it. Another absolutely awesome day, to be honest. But yeah, that I just wanted to tell the story really quickly as to kind of why I ended up getting this property and how everything came about. So we've had it for just under 3 years now, and I have all sorts of plans that I really want to do moving forward with this, but I'm getting very tired, to be honest. So that was just a summary of why we got the property, how we came upon it, and I will see you guys very soon. I got a can of gas for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is to fill up the lawnmower, and then reason number 2 is I've seen dudes do this before, but apparently if you take some gas and put it in a cup, you can get rid of these wasps, as long as there's none outside, because they'll probably sting me. But I don't know, I'm gonna try the gas trick. And then I've seen them active a couple of times so far, just coming in and out, mainly just out, I think in once. So hopefully it's just a couple of them. Seems like a very small little nest, and we'll see what happens. This is the cup that I selected. I shouldn't need much more than that. It's such a small little nest. But we'll see. Really shouldn't need that much. Okay. That's it. And then I'll just use the rest. And hopefully I can just get it in there. None of them sting me. And then I can just toss the remnants in the fire. But we'll see what happens. Make sure there's none of them around. Alright, this is my full exterminator outfit right now. Still have my shorts on. I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. I just saw one of these dudes fly out away, and then I got ready, so I'm hoping he came back and is chilling in there. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm probably going to get murdered, but we have to see what happens, right? Alright, I've been waiting a few minutes to see if the guy will come back, but he hasn't come back yet. Oh, there he goes. There he is. He's going back. Oh, is he going in? Go in, buddy. Go in. Yes, he's going in. Alright, they're going in. And there we go. Just gonna hold this, I guess. Rake it a little bit. Break all those shit. I think that's it. I haven't been stung by any guys. Any guys around me? Alright. That should be it. I think he's drowning. Just gonna keep holding it here. I think I picked perfect timing when the guy was coming back. They were doing like a shift change or something. I don't know. But I think that's it. I don't see any flying up. Clean break. Go like this. Alright. Pretty sure that's it. Let's bring it over here. Let's look at it for a sec. All close up. Look at that. It's off pretty clean, I would say. Let's see, can you see any of them? Yeah. You can see one guy there in the bottom. It couldn't have been that many in there anyways. Probably just one or two, but... Alright, I'm just going to start the fire right now with this. Fire going. Alright. Got the lighter. There we go. Alright. And we are literally cooking with gas. So that ends the saga of those guys. Peace out to them. Oh, I outed it. Okay, and we'll put this on. A little bit of starter stuff. And some twigs. And we are off to the races once again. Just after 7 p.m., which I'm allowed to burn, of course. Perfect timing. Wow. I can't believe it. I saw that guy fly away and I'm like, oh boy, he's going to give me trouble. I'm like, I just need to wait until I see him go back in. And sure enough, I see him go back in and his boy peep out briefly. And then pop. Peace. You guys got, son. Later, boys. And that was their story. I worked pretty much all day, and then I made a little trip into town just to grab some water and then get some gasoline to get rid of those wasps, which worked very well, and then also to fill the lawnmower so I can mow all of this grass tomorrow, plus get my steps in. Got the frog car back there, of course. Had Timmy chilling with me earlier. That Timmy was on the deck with me for, I would say, he was there at least like 6-7 hours, just in that one same spot, just turning around. Great spot for that Timmy. He was really enjoying himself. Day 2 is coming to a close, and I'm not really feeling that hungry. I definitely have had some hunger pangs throughout the day, so I definitely am looking forward to eating tomorrow night. Today was kind of lackluster. I just worked for a large chunk of the day on my laptop, so kind of boring things I can't really share in this video, but for those who are interested in what I do for work, I do digital marketing work, so a lot of Facebook advertising, a lot of web design, a lot of SEO, if you know what that is, a lot of different tasks related to graphic design, some consulting work. I've been learning all these artificial intelligence tools recently. So yeah, that's essentially what I've been up to, and really what I do in terms of professional work. I guess that has allowed me to fund what I do up here. So I'm very grateful for the fact that I have been given this opportunity with this land and to build it up and take care of it and conserve it as much as possible. And yeah, basically just worked today for a few hours, and then once I was done there, I had to make a trip into town, grab some stuff, come back here, take care of that whole wasp situation. Haven't started mowing the lawn yet, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. Haven't had a chance to try out the kayak or go fishing at all just because I worked so much today. But yeah, had a very small little fire today. Probably going to head to bed pretty early just because I'm very tired. And then I'm looking forward to good sleep tonight and waking up for tomorrow. And yeah, get up to all sorts of adventures tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, going back on Thursday. But yeah, the bugs have been, I would say, pretty bad. It's just the mosquitoes, to be honest. The black flies are gone at this point. It's weird because a few weeks back when I was here, they were just all over me, but it's just all these mosquitoes now. And yeah, otherwise, I mean, it's an absolute dream up here. I'm very hot right now. I have the sweatshirt and these sweatpants on, but they are extremely warm. So I wish I did have my other clothing because I would probably be so much cooler right now. But what can you do? I'm very thankful that we did have some clothes up here and it didn't have to go back or go into town or anything or go further to a city or more populated area to actually get clothing. And we'll see what happens tomorrow in terms of where I go to get food to break my fast. Thinking of even maybe doing it a day longer and just eating when I get back to the city Thursday night. We'll see if I can actually prolong this whole thing. But otherwise, very productive day in terms of work, not too productive around here. I did figure out a few projects. I think I got this light over here. You might see it to work. Let's see. I walk over and it goes. It doesn't work. I finally put that up and it was working earlier today, but I guess it's not working right now. So yeah, I'm going to head to bed pretty shortly, and then I will see you in the morning, have some coffee, and yeah, have some fun. There was a snake, little garter snake. I think it was the same one that was probably in the Kaibo yesterday that jumped out at me. But yeah, I just saved his life. He got very fortunate. just finished mowing. It's currently 32 degrees outside, very hot. The sun is blasting. Slight wind though, which takes away from the heat, but I just finished mowing absolutely everything. So, and then I took a shower because I was so freaking hot. So mowed over here, still need to mow, do a little bit of trimming with the trimmer. Mowed around this house, this spot too, so yeah, we can park there, potentially do something else. And then the rest of the property, it's the sun beaming down ultra hard right now. Like I say every year, or like I said last year, I guess, which was the first year that I mowed everything, it just opens it up so much. We got the bird feeder there. I don't know if I'll fully mow in there, we'll see. But it just opens it up, makes it look so much nicer. But it almost wrecked me. I was so hot, I had to shower right away. Look at that beauty. Look at that. Caught this guy on the wacky worm once again. Same spot. This guy's a little bit smaller than the last guy. Like, definitely not even a pound, but yeah, beautiful largemouth. Look how red, right in the top of the mouth too on that hook set. This guy is feisty. Wow. Sheesh. Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. Okay, let's get the hook out. There we go. Look at that guy. Ooh-wee. Little guy. Get you back in there, buddy. Here we go. Have a nice fishy day. And he's back on his fishy way. driving home after fishing and got a little friend here in my way. Look at this guy. Looks like the flies are really getting at him, but yeah. Got a break for turtles, man. Always stop for turtles. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's probably scared to death right now. Look at him. Look at all those mesquites trying to get him. Wow. All right, buddy. I'm gonna go around you. You have yourself a nice little day, okay? Move you. There you go. Nice and safe. Have a good one, buddy. Where is the Timmy the Toad in this picture over here? Can you spot him out? Serious camouflage. I collapsed one of the beds and put it on top of the other one, so they're stacked now. This is the TV. Probably go somewhere up here. Maybe I'll put it back there, and then probably remove this one from the facilities and the premises. And the desk set up. It's raining super hard right now. Excuse me. Serious voice crack, wow. This is how it looks. This is the mini calendar. Month of June. Got the lighthouse going on. And as you know, got the same one down here. Just the larger version. Same ones back in the city. Definitely works well with this. Upset because last year I get this, and of course the first time I get a coffee ring right here. It's always the way it is. Otherwise it just rained very hard. Yeah, we got plans for up here. Let's see what happens. It's raining, but it's whippoorwills out. It's the last day that I'm here. I survived the 3 days, and I didn't record a video last night because it started raining and then I passed out. So that's the reasoning for behind that. And you may be able to see this, but there are mosquitoes just absolutely everywhere in this one spot where there's an overhang, but they are just absolutely ruthless right now. Chipmunk was back this morning. Just saw him a couple minutes ago before it started raining. And didn't do up a campfire last night. Reason being is that it was raining. So it started raining very lightly, I would say, just before I went to sleep, maybe an hour or so before. But this thing looked so cool last night, the outhouse with the lights. I wish I had enough energy to just get my camera and record it. I need to get better at that in the future. But I've been able to try out some new camera equipment this time, so I don't think the audio has gotten much better or improved, but trying out a couple of different cameras, just some different iPhones and this other older Canon that I have just to test out the video. But overall, very nice few days up here for sure. Very relaxing. Bugs, not good. Can you spot the Timmy? Where's the Timmy? There's the Timmy. This guy's very dark. Hey, you there. What you looking at, huh? After I mowed all the lawn yesterday, I decided to take those tiles I had and make this little carpet leading up to the outhouse. I think it looks pretty good. Last night with these lights, it looked fire. So you'll have to subscribe and watch future videos to see what that looks like. But in terms of the outhouse, I just think it's an area of not necessarily pride, but just having hospitality and graciousness towards other people when they're here by having a well-maintained and I guess just a very utilitarian outhouse. So what I did is to be kind to people. Hopefully no snakes pop out this time. Oh, there's a snake skin. Okay. There we go. Looks like the mice got at the... Yeah, okay. So the mice got at this, so I'm going to have to figure out something different here because this lid broke. Not doing your job, bro. You're fired. Alright. So there's this thermometer, by the way, which seems to not make any sense because if you look, the 0 aligns with the 0. So I don't know which side is. I'm guessing the left side is supposed to be Celsius and the right is Fahrenheit, but it may be some other measurement. But look, it's like, okay, claims to be like 60 degrees, 62, 63 Celsius, and also the same in Fahrenheit. So I don't know how that works. Anyways, The main thing that I wanted to show that I just installed is part of this. So now there is max privacy in here. There is a little lock. Get that again. So yeah, you can just lock this. So I installed this right away when I got here. So now you can feel totally comfortable in here and not have to worry about this. I know some people, they need a lock on a bathroom, otherwise they can't go. So that's there now. And you have this drape, which covers everything. And then on top of that, I don't think you can really see much. I think this is all blacked out here, so can't really see much anyways. And I'm locking myself in, of course, right away. But yeah, that's the addition to the outhouse that I just wanted to show really quickly. And then next up, there's a bunch of stumps here, so I ground those down with the mini chainsaw. This one over here is getting lower and lower, but probably have to dig it out or burn it out at some point. And then there's this one. I'm gonna leave these 3 trees here for now. And then we just have the gazebo happening. Not too many bugs in here. Lots of slugs, it looks like. This guy just having a sluggy day. I got more slugs. A bunch up there. We got a couple here. Got another guy here. Lots of slugs. And then we got the nice view into the forest where the tree just went down. So let me show you guys the loft. First things first is I brought up some of this grip tape, and there's not enough of it, but really just to test out what it's like. And yeah, I think this is just a good addition, just in case. I definitely need to put a sign up here that says don't hit your head, because I've hit my head many times, and I'm sure other people have as well, because as you can see, you come up and boom, you hit it. But this is what the desk currently looks like. The mouse and keyboard don't really work that well. I tried to get a signal up here on the antenna, put it in multiple places, no signal whatsoever. And then we have this TV that's going back. And then we have the bigger TV, and then I'll put the PlayStation 4 up here as well. And yeah, had to collapse this bed as always. Just take it from 2 back into 1. So I think up here now we can comfortably sleep 4 people in this cabin. And then I think, I don't know, probably there's one other mattress in the other one and the futon. So 2 more plus a queen size bed. So I'd say you could comfortably have 8 people sleep here right now. It's raining very hard before, so everything is drenched, and the mosquitoes are still over here near the door, but otherwise everything is good. The Wicked Wasp versus Beetle Boss went down, and Beetle Boss is still twitching. You guys should have seen this crazy battle. It was absolutely epic. Maybe the greatest match of all time. But it's still raining, and I'm gonna leave very shortly. It's been raining for several hours straight. Mosquitoes are still pretty bad. Just wanted to show inside the bunkie. So I decided to hang this up here. This thing used to be there, but I switched it up with this. It's nice too because you can't see this if you go too low. So I made sure that it's low enough so that way when you're looking at it from different angles, you can at least test the temperature. Not sure what's happening with the outdoor monitor right now. I think the rain may have affected it. Maybe it got in a little bit, affected the batteries, but yeah, definitely related to the water, I would guess. And what I'm planning on doing is putting these two hooks up here. This is kind of like a buffalo themed, or more so a bison, I guess is the right term, themed bunkie. We have that. We have that. There's one up there. And then there's one right up there that I put. And so I guess the reason is because there's that tree over there. So you can actually see it kind of looks like it has a couple of horns. My concern is it looks too satanic. I do not want that, which is why I'm reconsidering putting up the horns. Maybe I put them at different angles. Maybe I put one down here and then one up here, and then that gives a little bit of character. But I think these would look pretty solid. They match with the thermometer. So if I put one there, I'll do it up next time I'm here. I'm gonna come up, by the way, and finish the electrical in a couple of weeks, so I'm super excited about that. I'm running on power too, low on power too, so kind of glad I'm getting out of here. What I decided over here is just to put this red hat and red poncho here. It goes well with the red buffalo plaid blanket, and then I think I'm gonna get a red buffalo plaid carpet of some sort, little rug, something like that. And then this is the little table I think I showed last time, but this thing comes out kind of like just a little miniature Murphy desk. And when you don't need it, just pop it closed. That's super sweet. I guess last but not least is I brought up my 410. Yeah, didn't get a chance to get anything done, but I have a lot of ammunition. I have many different kinds right now. I have like number 4 for 410. I have 7.5 shot. I have a 9 shot. I have these Defender rounds, which it's crazy that they actually have these in Canada. And then I have classic slugs, but haven't really had a chance to fire off this pew as much. So yeah, probably have to wait until the fall again to get anything done. But overall, very productive, fun trip. Made lots of memories. Had a lot of crazy times. So yeah, that's it, I guess. And then I did clean up and take back those chairs. And I already showed the outhouse, showed what's happening in the house over there, cleared out over there, mowed it all yesterday. But you can see how cool the aesthetic is here, walking into the forest in the rain. I keep seeing this same toad all the time. Wow, same guy. Pretty sure it's the same dark toad from last fall. I've seen him multiple times though today. So in here we just have this milk crate with some wires, this table, projector, and the stand. And this chair I'll probably just put back before I go. But this whole thing is empty, very spacious. And then of course we have the view. Guessing this is probably full of water. Yeah, so I need to empty that before I go. Probably just put down that drape anyways. Can't get it in focus, no problem. And I took those stools and put them in the car. So I think we're just gonna end it there. It's my toad buddy. Did he bounce? I think he's gone. Oh, there he is. He's gonna say, "What's that?" What do you want people to do? You want them to like this video and comment and subscribe? Okay, that's what they're gonna do. Like the video, subscribe to it, subscribe to the channel. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Of course, right as I'm leaving, right on cue, right on time, is the sun. I think it's about to peek through in a second. But after all that rain, got blue skies once again. Oh, man, what a great time. Love coming up here and just like clearing my head. Check the gazebo. Think, yeah, there's nothing left there. There's nothing left here. Need to lock up here. Of course, we got the bird. There's mama bird. Been diligently taking care of her little babies. With its babies there. Oh, look at the little baby birdies. They're hatching. Look how cute they are. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Got 5 beauties right here. So cute. Oh. Man. So precious. Sure that bird is going to take care of it. It's so crazy how these boards are just born into such a precarious location and just thrive so much. And there we go, there's the mountain and the sun beaming through. As we get out of here, oh, look how nice this is. What a great day to be alive. Oh man, so grateful for this. All right, so I made it. I have been fasting now for just about 3 3/4 days, and I am feeling very good, to be honest. Looking forward to getting on the road, getting out of here, and coming back in the future and making even more memories up here. But what an absolutely amazing time I just had over these past 3 nights staying up here. And thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys soon. Have a great one. This butterfly has been flying around here all day. Actually flew on me earlier. Let's see. Oh. Look at that, sun, full beam, butterfly. All right, now it's time to finally get out of here. What an absolutely amazing time. So precious. Last chance for me to see this peony, because when I get back in a few days, it's probably going to be completely dead, unfortunately, but it's in full bloom and absolutely beautiful right now, so gotta treasure this moment while it's here. Raspberry bush is almost in full bloom. I would say another 3 weeks or so, and we're gonna have a ton of raspberries this year. Absolute insane yield for sure.